After a whole episode of close calls, I guess my luck finally caught up to me. And you want to know the thing that's just super rad? The lava didn't even kill me. The skeleton stole the kill. Bruh! Hey guys, welcome back to the world. As you can see, we are trying to get a cow farm started, and we just left another cow back behind there. They're in a boat, so they should be okay? Question mark. Come with me, and you'll see a world full of captivity, where I will murder. I actually don't. Something about murdering their children. I don't know how the rest of the song goes. Anywho, now that we finally got some cows going, I am going to go back caving again because I really need a mob farm, and I still don't have a monster spawner. I think I've had enough of caving today. There was a bunch of diamonds in that inventory too. Here's the thing, to make meaningful progress, I gotta get an enchanting setup going, and how am I gonna get the levels if I don't have a mob grinder? The funny part of that death is that I literally gave advice on how to avoid that kind of death in the first episode. When going into a ravine like this, anything could just drop on you, so yeah, absolutely check your surroundings before going into any sort of ravine. In any case, I'm going to mine for iron, and then if I don't find any mob spawner in that time, I'm just gonna make one of those manual, natural mob farms. It's not gonna be nearly as efficient, but to be honest, I'm tired of losing items, so let's go. Okay, now that that's taken care of, I think what I'm gonna end up doing is building up fairly high so that I'm outside of the spawn limit for all the things underground, and that seems to be one of the higher places I can go to without it being straight on top of my base, because I don't want to do this straight on top of my base. But eventually, once I have the farm actually working, I'm going to do a sort of air balloon sort of design. It'll be a pretty big air balloon. And the balloon, that will be where the mobs spawn, and the killing area / enchanting area, that will be the little basket. Now obviously it's going to be a while before I have the materials to actually make the balloon, and I'm just going to prioritize making the farm right now, making sure it's functional. But yeah, we should probably get on to that. So I finally managed to get this farm up and running. It's not going to be the most efficient thing, especially compared to a monster spawner. It's actually doing a pretty good job right now. But for those that are curious, this design is by Cubics Creations. Now you guys might be wondering, oh, why from that guy specifically? Well, it basically keeps spiders from spawning in there, which causes a bunch of problems, so yeah, I'll leave a link to his video in the description. But yeah, I'm just gonna AFK here for a bit and hopefully get some levels going. So this farm has actually been doing pretty well, a lot better than I expected. I don't know how much it stacks up against a mob spawner farm, but in any case, now that we have this going, we got 38 levels. Now we need to figure out the enchanting setup, which is going to take a lot of leather, which, if you may recall, we've already started on. Boom, 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 and boom. Table. Is that enough? It is. Nice. Alright, I don't know if you guys can hear me over all this, but we got an enchanting setup going, so we're gonna be grinding for quite a while. Oh no, I forgot to bring my diamond pickaxe. Well, I'll bring that over. I'll farm this for a bit, and hopefully we can get fortune on this. Alright, can we get this first try? Nope. Second try. Oh, that's Silk Touch. That's definitely a no. Third try. Oh, hey. Oh, wow. That's a pretty good pick. Alright, it's time to test this fortune pick out. We got a bunch of efficiency pickaxes and a decent sword. We got some blast protection due to a recent incident. Some protection, 2 water buckets. I think we're pretty prepared for a good diamond mining trip. So check this, I just mined out 1 diamond pocket, and I made almost, like, 100% of the diamonds I already own. Oh, I love fortune. So, you might have seen just now that, I sneak near a skull sensor or warden, and I think we're nearby the deep dark. So I think I'm going to back away. So I've run out of torches, and I am very low on my last iron pick, but we did manage to get a bit of lapis lazuli, a lot of redstone, a little bit of iron, but a hunk ton of diamonds. And with that, I think I'm ready to start enchanting my first proper set of diamond armor. So you guys might be aware that I am not going to be able to get all the enchantments I need purely just from going to an enchanting table. There is one enchant, namely Mending, that I am going to have to acquire via villager or fishing, and I am kind of leaning on the villager for this one. So, looks like we're gonna have to find a village, which I'm surprised that we haven't found up to this point, especially on our boating trip. But I guess we shall look for a village. Honestly, I've been looking for a while now this way, and I don't think this way is it. Even if I did manage to find a village, it would take me a while to get over here, and I haven't even entered the nether yet, so that does kind of complicate things. So it looks like there's only ocean and more desert. Yeah, I think I'm going to go back. That being said, we did get some useful jungle items, and we did get some jungle saplings, which we will need for the house. So, that's something. Okay, new attempt. Let's go east this time. Oh! I see smoke. There we go. Good grief, that took a while. It was kind of a long trip again, but we've got a village. Now, we gotta leave as soon as we get here, but let's F3 this. Take a screenshot, and leave. The reason I'm leaving so quickly is mostly because I do not want any of those villagers to die, so I want them out of my render distance as soon as possible, just so when night falls, they're not going to be in the crossfire, basically. Oh! Zombie villager. I don't really... I don't know what to do with this thing, though. I don't have a name tag. So I looked it up, and it says that mobs riding a boat don't despawn, so I'm going to trust that and hope this works out. Ow. 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 Thankfully, we still have a lot of nighttime left, so we can get him into this cave here. Sure, why not? Yep, come on. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Shouldn't die to sunlight. I just hope that they don't despawn. Okay, so here's the thing. We got that guy over there. All we need for a mending villager is one single villager. And I think after one's, unzombification, you can get a mending book for 1 emerald. So, hey, but the problem is that we don't have anything related to potions, because, well, we haven't gone to the nether yet. So we're gonna do that now, actually. Ooh. I mean, I have a blast protection helmet on, but good grief, that scared the crap out of me. Actually, one thing before we go, I do want to get a fire protection piece of armor. I think I will make it. Why did I make the last one? The helmet. So let's see if we can get a fire protection helmet real quick. Another way we can prepare, let's dump these out, is by gathering some milk for the wither skeletons, because I really do not want to have to deal with wither and just dying to wither, because that just always contributes to me losing all my health and then somebody finishes me off. And I'm also going to make a bow for gas because they're never easy to deal with. And finally, 4 boats in case any interesting maneuvers are required. I'm kind of anxious because I really don't want to fail or die, I guess. And I really don't want to have to spend an hour finding another dungeon, or not another dungeon, fortress, there you go. So, here goes nothing. Okay. We didn't spawn right over death, so that's a good start. Considering that I was bridging at the beginning of this episode and died to a skeleton, I'm not exactly happy to be bridging in a biome that is filled with skeletons. Oh, I see a bastion. Of course, my luck, I run into a bastion before a fortress. Go figure. The only problem with using netherrack is that gas can explode it pretty easily. So we're kind of playing with fire here. Kind of literally. Ooh, nice. It's the little things that count. Oh, no, I don't like that sound. I don't like that sound. Ooh. I don't like those things at all. It's only a baby, but still, I don't like dealing with those things. As cool as this place is, I'm starting to doubt whether or not there's a fortress around here, which is unfortunate because... Oh, man. This is like a really wide open area. If there was a place to find another fortress, this would be it. Ooh. Hello. You scared the crap out of me. And you're stuck for some reason. I almost looked at a few endermen. That could have been bad. Actually, taking on some endermen, get some free ender pearls is not a bad idea right now. Pearl. Nice. The irritating thing is the fog, because there's no way to tell if I'm missing things just purely by fog. Oh man, this is just such a perfect place to find another fortress, and I still haven't found one. For those who don't know, finding another fortress is my least favorite part about Minecraft. Because you're always on edge, you can't, and it's also really tedious. So you're just kind of on the edge of your pants. Like, I'm on the edge of... Like, my pants are on the edge of my seat, and I'm on the edge of my pants. Hey, got it. Thankfully, we still have most of our food, but our food isn't exactly infinite, so... Oh, of course, I get this achievement before finding a freaking nether fortress. Because of course I do. Of course I do. At this point, I don't even think I'm going to go for blazes on this trip, because of the fact that I just need to find a dependable way to get from my nether portal to a nether fortress, because this is way too long of a distance. Why couldn't this be an easy spawn and just have me on another fortress? I wish for that so hard right now. Oop, that could have been bad. That was my first really bad mistake. Finally. Oh, hello. Save that screenshot. Honestly, yeah, I'm just gonna find a way to get back. So, if the screenshots are correct, I am over 1,000 blocks away. Looks like we will be forced to use a maneuver. Let's go. Perfectly safe. I'm just so glad to know where a fortress is, dude. That took way too long. Like, I think I've been searching for like an hour and a half or something along those lines. I'm gonna have to look back at the footage, but man, that was a long time. Are we back? Yes, we're back. Oh my. That took a bit longer than I would have liked. Hopefully that will be a good signifier. I mean, I'll come out from the portal, I'll be looking for the black stone, so... boat. Tunnel of the boat, there you go. Now I gotta make a reliable pathway over to the Nether Fortress. This is gonna take a while. Okay, so the gist is that we're gonna be replacing all the netherrack with deep slate, because that's what we have at the moment, and it is more blast resistant. Problem is, that's going to take quite a while, and the bridge we have doesn't even go all the way to another fortress, so it's going to take even longer. So let's not waste any time here, and let's get going. So, I don't really know how to approach this. I don't know if I should approach this from the top, maybe? But I don't know where blazes will end up spawning. I think what I'm going to do is go through that hallway there. I'm going to have to make a railing while I do this, just so I don't fall over too easily. The reason I'm kind of going in a circle around that thing is because if I go too close towards it, they could end up shooting me, and while I do have fire protection, yes, I do not have feather falling, and I don't know how much of a fall I can really take. I think I might be able to survive, but if I take a significant hit before the fall, then I probably will not, so I just kind of want to avoid that situation. Alright. I guess we're gonna break in. Wish me luck. Oh, there's those wither skeletons. Okay. I kind of want to avoid fighting them where I can, because I really don't like the idea of getting a bunch of wither and then having to deal with more enemies. So for the wither skeletons, I'm just going to use a bow from afar. We got plenty of arrows and a full durability of these things, so we should be good. Oh, there's a chest down there. What are we going to grab? Just some gold. Okay, what about this one? Ooh, 2 diamonds and a saddle. I shall take. And another. And gold horse armor, I shall also take. More saddles, my goodness. Oh, and one of the things we need in the first place is nether wart. If possible, I would like to engage them from afar. I don't know if they are... Oh, yep, they're already spawning. We have fire protection, so we should be okay. I already got 5. Dang, that was pretty lucky. We're gonna grab around 10, just in case. I don't know exactly how many I need as for now. Obviously, we can always come back, but it's a long walk, okay? I don't need the stress. Okay, yeah, I'm just taking out the bow. Honestly, this trip has been a lot more tame than I expected at the moment. I don't want to jinx anything, but I think we're going to be okay. All right. We got 10. I think we prepared really successfully. I think we did a really good job on preparation, and I like to think that is why everything was so easy. I think the fire protection kind of came in clutch there. Speaking of which, we're kind of running low on that, so we should probably get going. What are these guys' problem? Why do they keep showing up on my door? I have to kill the solicitors. Now we can start on the whole de-zombification process. Yeah, we got our splash potion of weakness. Now we just... Oh, we have a golden apple already. Sweet. Okay. Let's see how all this goes. Alright. Well, that should be ready in a moment. Come on, man. You can do it. Hey! And we got the achievement too. Oh, they're not, I hope they're not a nitwit. If that's the case, this is going to be very embarrassing. Please don't be a nitwit. Please. For goodness sakes. Don't be a nitwit. You're a nitwit, aren't you? Oh, no. Yeah, I think I got a nitwit villager. I don't know what to do with you. Yeah, we'll figure it out later. For now, we really need to catch up on the... No. Oh, no. I hate villagers. They're always a pain to move. You know what? Fine. You can just go off and be by yourself. You're not really much use to me anyways. As much as I would like to go further along the progression system Minecraft has, we really need to catch up with the whole building thing, because we've done none of that this episode, and I did kind of promise to do a bit more on the house. So I will see you guys when we have farmed a few jungle trees and we are able to get a little more decoration going. You know, it's cramped enough in here already without you just barging in and taking my real estate. Fine, I guess you can stay a while. I want you gone by the end of the week, though, you understand? Alright, so we managed to get... Oh, that's the wrong chest. We managed to get some leaves. I'm a little nervous about this part of the build, because now I'm starting to actually plan out the details, and I'm not very good at detail work, so we'll see how this pans out. Okay, now for the jungle leaves. We gotta place this out in a semi-strategic way. Okay, now that that's done, I do want to replace this first layer of oak planks with stripped oak logs. Now, we're gonna have to experiment with it a little bit, but I think if we get it right, we can make something pretty neat. Okay, so I'm gonna add some white stained glass panes for the windows, but I kind of want to do something interesting here. I don't know if it'll work, but if it does, it'll be neat. So we'll try doing like some cobblestone bits here, and then end up connecting these together. I think it might need something a little more, but at least I got the idea out there. I just kind of feel like it's flat, but I'm not entirely sure what it is. It very well could be the fact that there's no proper ceiling where it should be. That's where the ceiling is going to be, and also the next floor. So maybe it's that, but we'll see. Speaking of which, we should probably add that now. What I want to do is have a bunch of slabs and have like stairs as the trimming, if that makes any sense. So do the edge like this, and then put in slabs on the upper half. Now, here's the thing. I actually did want to do a bit of a design flourish, not with this part of the building. This part of the building is just going to be solid floor. But with this bit, I kind of want to have those glowberries hanging from the top and kind of drooping into the first floor. So I'm going to have to figure out how big I want the hole for that to be. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that's too small, but the problem is that I want there to be at least some walking room up here. So that circular shape is going to make things a little awkward. Maybe I just won't have a railing. Maybe I'll just have this giant gaping safety hazard just sitting here. But anyways, we will have our storage right here. Some semi-proper organized storage. I don't know if I'll do more storage like in these corners here or something like that, or maybe in our bedroom, maybe in down on the first floor, although I do want to keep that mostly open. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along, but I do know that I want to have some storage here, and then we'll have some stairs kind of maybe going up this way that will allow us to go up to a garden, an open area garden, that will then lead into our bedroom. So something that I noticed is that we have quite a bit of blank space on the walls, like say here, here, kinda, and a lot around here, here, and what I kind of want to do with that is have a little extra storage, like around here. I think it will be smart to have some storage around here. Like I think this is generally a smart idea. Get the storage off the floor to keep this area nice and wide open, but also still plenty accessible. So I think, yeah, I think we just solved a little bit of our storage problem. That being said, let's make a bunch of trapdoors and start basically placing them everywhere. So originally I was going to have chests all the way across until I figured out that it was actually an odd number of blocks. So I was originally going to rearrange the chests to make it symmetrical, but I kind of like this better. I kind of just came up with this by accident while I was trying to rearrange things. Now, what exactly these things will store, I am not entirely sure, but we'll get to that when we get to it. For here, I want to do some sort of like plants or some sort of greenery. Now, I think I want to have one oak leaf, get a little bit of nearby clay that I will absolutely not notice later. Yeah, I won't notice that. Right. Put a flower pot right there. And I do plan on having a little bit of vines drooping down here. And to get a flower in here, obviously, preferably a purple flower to go with all the green. But at the moment, we don't quite have those things yet. I might see if we have a purple flower nearby, but I'm not entirely sure of that right now. Yes, a friendly reminder that we still have no roof over our head. What will go into here? Just another chest? I feel like that would be a little bit boring. While we're thinking about that, why don't we make an actual door for our front door? Also, I guess one for there too. Now, which kind of wood am I going to use? I don't want to use spruce and I don't want to use oak, so let's try birch, see if that works. Small question, should we use trap doors here or two stairs? I'm kind of leaning on stairs. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I think I like that a lot. Small problem that creates though. Now we kind of have a blank space here. Now I was thinking, what if we made this way, this like the entrance out, kind of like an entrance in, because we kind of have a outdoorsy theme anyways. Might as well just treat the indoors like the outdoors. So what if we try cobblestone and maybe some spruce? Does that do? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I should just do it entirely spruce? Then it looks too top heavy. There you go, that's a little better. So I have decided that for now we will put a furnace and a barrel here. I might, yeah, I think I'm gonna do this kind of thing with it. Does that work? The thing is, these are two full blocks on top of these two teeny weeny little shelves, so it just looks like these shelves are just gonna fall over. I mean, that doesn't affect us in Minecraft, but it just doesn't look right. Actually, scratch the barrel, I might have an idea. It's about time we got one of these, and well, this is not a bad place to put it. Oh, and it kind of doubles as a light source too, I forgot about that. But yeah, I kind of like that there. It makes it look not so heavy. We might have to edit how the shelf looks later, but for now I think it'll suit fine. So I did mention that this was to be kind of a sunroom, and I do intend on keeping that promise. So what I kind of want to do is have a grass block here, which, by the way, we got from an Enderman. Funny how that worked out. And we don't have a lot of blocks to work with right now, but just keep in mind this area is going to be like a bunch of glass with another door here, so I don't know if putting a grass block here is a good idea. Maybe we'll kind of go more of a corner look, but I know I want to have like some stairs right there, but I'm not entirely sure on what kind of stairs to use. What if we use spruce? Maybe whenever we get the chance, we can change that into quartz or something. I'm gonna have to experiment with whatever I'm gonna use for just general furniture. But yeah, maybe at some point we can put some sort of too high plant here, like maybe a rose bush or something like that. Maybe some vines here. Maybe that's what we'll use to get up to the second floor. That would actually be pretty intuitive. Or maybe up here too, that could also work. I do have to figure out what to do in this area because it's kind of blank. This area kind of makes sense with it. And well actually, why don't we actually marry the two together, put something in this corner, and that's where we can put our second grass block, wherever we put that. Still using dirt as planting tools, but not quite in the same way. Now, we do need to use some trapdoors, but I'm not sure if we should use birch. Yeah, I think the splash of birch will do quite nicely. So I was trying to get some string to keep the vines in place, and look who we got. A little baby zombie villager. Come inside, little buddy. We got some things to do. You're gonna damage me a lot. Oh boy. My favorite. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. That could have been bad. Oh, it stole the boat. We gotta craft a new boat. I don't care. I don't care if you hurt me. Oh, this might go badly. Ooh. Oh, it's gonna burn. It's gonna burn. Come on, get over here, buddy, before you burn up. No. Come on. No. What? Ow. Ow, my God. I thought I blocked it off. I mean, at least the zombie villager's okay, but how'd that happen? Well, while we're here, we might as well make another boat. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Oh. Ah, there it is. Oh, now it has a helmet. Obviously, if that was a hardcore world, I would have gone about that very differently, and I probably would have prioritized my life over the zombies. But that was kind of an embarrassing play. Well, while we're here, we might as well just throw the potion and whatnot on them. Oh, they're ready. Now we box them inside and wait until they grow up. Okay, now that we have all the decoration below kind of done, there might be some changes made later on. We are going to work on the ceiling of this bit, and the first thing we need to fix is the fact that we actually didn't build this high enough. Now, as opposed to the first floor, which kind of had the trim, we're going to actually be doing trusses for this one. So we have to make a bunch of slabs and put that on the first bit, and then put planks on the second bit. Now I'm gonna have to figure out how much space I want to have in between these, but this might do, question mark? Although something I might end up doing is using a different type of block, because this is not going to be the floor of the next bit that's above this. That's actually going to be grass. So we gotta figure that one out. In fact, I am going to try spruce logs and see if that works. Okay, I like that, but we can't just do it for every other block. We're gonna have to space it out just a little bit. So what I'm thinking is maybe having 3 of them. Only problem with that is that there is not quite the right amount of blocks for this. So we might have to do one every other block just to get this right. Okay, now that I see this in its full form, yeah, I like this. And we're gonna have the glowing bit, or not the glowing bits, the glowing berries kind of hanging through the middle there, and maybe we can have like 2 logs going across there. And put the rest in with planks. I think that will work. Who knows, maybe when we get some glow berries, this will all start coming together a bit more, but for now, we're gonna need to like get a lantern up here. Most certainly not the final design, but it'll have to do for now. So as part of the plan, we need to put a lot of chests here, but I'm not entirely sure what configuration I want to do with it. Like, should I have them all to the side like this and just have a giant wall of chests? Or should I like have a little indent here and like be able to look right to left for my chests? I don't know. I'm just kind of confused on that. The two main things I'm thinking about here is A, just kind of how pleasant it looks, and B, the ergonomics of it. And I don't know if it would be easier for me to be able to leave for my hand to leave the keyboard, which would have the indented design, or should I just forget that and just move around anyways and have it be prettier? And the only problem with having like the swivel like this is that I have to turn quite a bit to get to what I want. I imagine that can get pretty confusing pretty quickly, so I think I'd much rather have just a whole wall of chests that I can look at in one instance and know exactly what I'm going for. So I think I am going to do the... I think I'm going to do the wall of chests. Now, hopefully with this, we can solve our organizational issues and Sarah can stop freaking out. Now we've run into a bit of a problem, mostly to do with walking space, because with the glow berries here, I definitely want this hole to be this big just to give it some air. But the problem with that is that you kind of have to watch your step, and if I put in fences, I'll have even less walking space, so it's a bit of an interesting conundrum. Now, I could manage with the space that I have now, but you have to keep in mind, we haven't even put in furnaces or anything like that, so I think what we're going to have to end up doing is doing a few more, like, shelving, but the problem is, if you're like this, you're going to have to do quite an angle just to look at the furnaces, and they're going to be it's just going to be awkward. So I got to think of a more elegant solution. Like maybe I could have my furnaces over here because then I have a little bit of space to work with and I'll be able to face them a little more evenly, but I need something on this wall and I'll allow for more furnaces, but this wall makes more sense. I don't know. Actually, something I could end up doing, let's see what this looks like. I'm already liking the idea of a balcony out here because we get to see the sunset, and that's pretty important to have. Not only in terms of a, oh look, pretty kind of sense, but also as a functional sense so I know when to go to bed. I think this dude's another nitwit, but let's see. Yeah, he's another nitwit. What is the luck on that? You've got to be kidding me. In any case, we need to grab some more spruce, because what I'm thinking is that I'm going to have stairs go from there, from on the back, go to all the way up there, which leads to another balcony, which elegantly leads to the quote-unquote roof. So something I'm noticing is that I'm having a bit of trouble with the exterior stairs, because if I do stairs like this, like the double stairs you usually see, it looks a bit too thick. But if I just leave it like this, it just kind of looks unsupported. So I think I've got an idea. So what if we did this? Does that look better? Oh yeah, that looks so much better. It kind of looks like how people would put iron gates on like the bottom of like stone stairs, but this is like better for wood. Good job, me. Oh no, the villagers come into my house, hasn't they? Yep, they've just made themselves at home here. Honestly, I don't mind. This is a lot more space. They can do whatever they want. Do your worst, villager. I just realized that because this is not actually the ground floor level... okay, I'm just going to put myself a little reminder here. This is floor level. I actually just kind of screwed myself, so I'm going to have to rearrange some things. So I know I'm about to reenact the meme here, but I did some work off camera. And because I was just kind of running into wall after wall, and I wasn't sure if it was appropriate to keep recording while I was just constantly running into these walls, and I was just going to take up storage space because I don't have that much storage space. But yeah, honestly, most of the interior is done. I just need to maybe figure out a couple more things. Like, for instance, I can't fit a crafting table inside here. I can get the furnaces inside here, but I can't get a crafting table in this area. Thus why we just have a random crafting table and brewing stand off to the side here. And I mean, I actually don't know how much I did last time I recorded, but we got some of the flowers in here, as I mentioned earlier. We got some string to basically keep the vines in check. Got some flowers for some splash of color that isn't green. I added a bit more to this room, mostly to keep things from looking too plain. Like, we have this thing off to the side here just to mix this up a little bit. We have some barrels up here with like a shelf that also kind of looks like one of those overhang things. We have like some stabilizers for the trusses, I think. These will be replaced by dark oak wood, so will those, but this was also mostly just to fill in space. I used a lot of the fence gates with these fences because I just think it breaks up the repetition just a little bit. I also added this roof over to here. This is kind of what I meant when I said kind of a amalgamation of both a patio, not a patio, a balcony and a actual part of the building. Kind of helps the shape a little bit. And I think I have fixed the balanced issue that I did mention last episode. We do need to sleep for the night and see if we actually did fix it, but I think we did. Yeah, it looks a lot more balanced out. I think I might have to do something to make the top look a little less awkward. Maybe I should make the roof go out more. Maybe that's the issue I'm running into. It is honestly my first time looking at it from this angle. And yeah, I'm liking it so far. Now, something you might have noticed is that I have really put off doing the exterior. My strong suit is definitely not the exterior. It's definitely more on the interior side, which is kind of... I didn't even know this until I started making this video. Like, when I'm actually trying, I can do pretty decent interior, but exterior has always been a bit of a sweat for me. Oh, oh, oh. Ooh. Freaking creepers, man. Anyways, if we end up going up here, I wasn't entirely sure on how to do a railing, so I'm just doing this for now. I'm gonna have to do some research to see how to make a half-decent railing, because this isn't quite doing it for me. But in any case, now we have this little garden area that I have mentioned before, and this area that is completely unfinished, doesn't even have a floor. It just has the ceiling of the last floor, but we'll figure out what we're gonna do here. We honestly might end up doing something along the lines of just like small farms, or we could end up doing like a garden that actually tries to look pretty. I don't know. But in here is basically going to be the bedroom. And as you can see, that won't be terribly hard to access from the first floor. I just got to go up these vines, which these vines have, like on the second floor specifically, have been bothering me a little bit. But honestly, I'm not going to fuss too much over it. But yeah, this will be the bedroom. This is where I'll keep, obviously, my bed, maybe a crafting table, maybe one barrel, a furnace, and a couple trophies, maybe along this wall, or trophies somewhere. And I think that will be all for today. Now, I know that, again, I kind of slacked on the exterior, but hopefully you guys enjoyed me doing the interior. because I had a lot of fun coming up with all of these myself. Like, this area right here just makes me feel like I'm outside, and I really love that feel. So yeah, see you guys all around, and goodbye. Why is there a llama just hanging from my balcony? Oh my gosh.